Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up because we are currently in the year of 2024. And if many of you know, we all know that the year 2024, as the great Cat Williams once said, 2024 is the year of truth. We've seen the year of exposing the predators. We've seen the year of just exposing of a lot of people. But I am going to tell you this. 2024 is not just the year of exposing predators or exposing any other dirty secrets or dirty people out there in the world. 2024 is about an anniversary also. And 2024, it's not my anniversary. Well, it is my 20th year anniversary, but that anniversary has passed. Today we are talking about the 5th year of the Demon Slayer anime anniversary. The 5th year of the Demon Slayer anime coming out, blessing us on our screens and us seeing some of the greatest animation we've ever seen. Period. From Ufotable, or UFO Table, as I called them the first time I saw them. Honestly, this is like the first full-length anime I think I've watched under Ufotable. I've seen some Fate fights, but I haven't really seen, any... I haven't seen any, I haven't really seen any full-length anime, as I said. So today, honoring the 5th year of the Demon Slayer franchise, I will be honoring its legacy by reviewing and taking notes of every single episode that is currently animated and out right now. And that does not include the movie. As I said, I will be reviewing every single piece of every episode from the anime. No movies, no OVAs, no none of that, no recaps. I don't know what Demon Slayer has out. All I know is of the anime, so I'm just gonna be reviewing season 1, season 2, season 3. What the heck? Hold on. I'm not even gonna cut that out, man. I'm not even gonna cut that out, man. I'm not even gonna cut that out, man. Hold on. Wait, who's that calling? Oh wait, hold on. I actually gotta take the call. Well, before I was interrupted, not rudely interrupted. That was my grandmother calling. She was just trying to check up on me. I do apologize about that. But back to the episode review. I don't want to waste anybody's time because I do like to expand the opening or the intro, if you will. So yeah, man. So season 1 has 26 episodes. The first, I think. Oh wait, hold on. Interrupted yet again. Now, before I was interrupted again for the 3rd time, I promise you that is the last time. Now, again, that's my grandmother checking up on me. I do apologize for the cutaway, but we will get back into this. Okay, so one thing that I love about Demon Slayer, first of all, and I love how it really lets the American viewers or viewers such as myself, they really let us breathe in the new world and the new setting and the new vocabulary, and they just love to really dip us into their culture, and I do like that. I do really like that. And they really, at the end of each episode, they have these little, I forgot what they're called, but they have these little fun facts or tips about certain things pertaining to Demon Slayer or pertaining to different things of the Japanese culture. I could be wrong on that. If it's another culture, I do apologize. But yeah, they basically kind of give us those little known fun facts at the end of the episode. I like that. I do like that. That brings me back to the days of Hunter x Hunter 2011, bro. When they used to do that and they used to give us little fun facts. I like that. I fuck with that. I really do. But yeah, man, I like that, and I love how they have us really dip into their culture. And the mother said something to Tandros. She said let me wipe that suit off you. I didn't know what that meant, so I looked it up, and it was some now I may be an uneducated I may be an uneducated swine, unlike all of you, but I basically looked it up, and it's this black powdery substance that was on Tanjiro's face at the time. So I mean, and really just from that alone, you can see that Tanjiro as a 13-year-old has been grinding harder than any of us at the age of 13 has ever been, of this generation. But I mean, that makes sense considering he's like the oldest in the family right now. He's the oldest in the family. He's older than both his brothers. I believe he has like two or three brothers, and he has like two sisters. I mean, they got a lot of family. Like all I know is that they don't have a father. They're a fatherless family. That's all I know. Outside of that, they got the whole family packing, like the Heffley family from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, basically. But but yeah, he's a hardworking kid. You can see him grinding at the age of 13. I mean, if you look, he's looking out for the family. And he's also looking out for other people at the same time. So. And I'm gonna talk about this a lot, but I know Tanjiro often does get a lot of shit for being a basic ass character. Characters like this do work from time to time. One because Tanjiro is more different than you may think. Like I see like Tanjiro a lot. Like he's a bitch compared to Thorfinn, Guts, and Musashi. Like, can we stop comparing Shonen to Seinen? Like, there's a reason why fucking Seinen over here is dark and heavy and all that other shit. But that's for a different genre. Tanjiro, like, bro, and I'm gonna go over this a lot, but the guy, and the show does do this in a basic way of exposing how strong Tanjiro is mentally, but I mean, Tanjiro's not a lightweight, bro. Tanjiro is not a lightweight. The guy, excuse me, the kid. He's 13 again. The kid, he has a lot of spunk, bro. So don't underestimate him. But yeah, bro, hardworking kid. He be working that 9 to 5. Cleaning out coal and basically, he just kind of. I think he's like a firewood seller. Like I think they give out firewood for like money or something. Or I don't that wasn't really explained. Of course, coming from Demon Slayer, that's not important, so we're not gonna explain it. We're gonna get a lot of this in Demon Slayer, but yeah, bro. So he sells the firewood for all the people down at the village. Because his family is better than the rest of their family, so they basically he has to walk down the mountain, and yeah, bro, he has to walk down the mountain, sell firewood and all that. And I'm kind of surprised that a lot of these people don't really know what demons are. Like, well, first of all, like, why doesn't, like, all these people who, like, it's kind of weird, bro, because, like, I'm coming from a demon slayer father and coming from a grandmother who talked about demons constantly. I'm kind of surprised. Well, he might have forgot. I mean, I can give him some slack, but I'm surprised that demons aren't really known by many people. Like, I know that demons come. I know that demons are kind of like a myth. I get it. But, I don't know, man. Like, I would think. I would have expected that demons would be a lot more known. Especially in, like, this, like, setting, in, like, this snowy field, because basically the sun isn't really out, like you can't really tell when the sun is out, so demons can come out like at anywhere, and I'm sure they don't really get affected by any type of temperature or whatever, because basically frostbite doesn't really affect them because of their healing factor and their immortality. So yeah, I don't know, man. Again, like, the concept of demons is kind of confusing, and I do have a lot of questions for it. But yeah, bro, like, why doesn't a lot of demons live out in the snowy lands? Because if you think about it for a second, it would be hard for many people to run away in the snow, and not only that, but not only will it be easier to catch their prey, but at the same time, the sun isn't really out for that long, or you can't really tell when the sun is out. But that might, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm asking a lot of questions here, but I'm not really getting the answers, so I don't know if I'm gonna get them. But I'm just asking the question, bro. Just asking a simple question. Um, this might honestly be the most see-through and predictable. Well, first of all, like, the first scene I thought was probably the most blandest family interaction I've ever seen. Coming from a guy who's seen like multiple family interactions on television and how quirky they are and how out of pocket they are, like it just, I don't know, seeing this family all nice and shit, like seeing them all perfect, like it just, it's not jealousy, it's just like, it's just weird, it's just weird. It's just weird as shit, bro, honestly. But yeah, man. I like Tanjiro's design too. I love how he has like one of those like unique anime MC designs where he has like this green and black checker type pattern. So I do like that, and also I like the fact that he has like his own like unique little earrings in the show and the scar on his forehead. I don't think the earrings were ever like truly explained, like what they are, what they mean, or like the symbolism behind the earrings. From what I can remember of actually watching Demon Slayer, I don't think they actually go over like the significance of like the earrings. So that's pretty disappointing. I don't like, from what I can remember, I don't think they do. If they don't, shame on me. But yeah, bro, I fuck with Tanjiro's designs. They feel very unique, and you can really tell them apart from every other anime MC, which is what designs like that are supposed to do. Like fucking Guts with the black cloak, Naruto with the orange jumpsuit, because things like that match their personalities. So, and I love how the colors really match like their personalities, and I like how the green, thinking about it now, like the green and the black really resemble Tanjiro really well, because he is a very chill, mellow type of dude, but at the same time, he has that mean streak. He has that dark streak about him that he lets out whenever, he's about to go ham. Like he did on Inosuke, like he did on Muzan. Like he has those certain moments when he gets pissed and he just unleashes the rage, and like, right. So I like the green and black. I love the symbolism behind the green and black. It is good. It's good. I like it. Simple. I fuck with it. And Demon Slayer gets a lot of slack for its simplicity, but I mean, as long as it's executed well, I mean, it's good. Like, I don't really know why an anime has to get shit on for being simple. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Also, I don't know why the fuck people live out there. Like, why does what's his name? I wrote it. I typed it out. Hold on. Let me why does Mr. Saburo, like, why does he live out there? Like, what, like, bro, like, if you know about demons, why do you live out in the snowy lands? Like, if you know how, if you basically, if you know how, hold on, I gotta turn on some lights. It's getting dark out here, but like, if you're living out in the snowlands, why not just basically, I don't know, like, bro, like, move somewhere else? Like, do you have nowhere else to go? Like, dog. Like, bro, or why doesn't he have that wisteria flower if he knows about demons so well? Like, that just, cause, like, bro, turning off your lights and trying to protect yourself from demons, that's not enough, my nigga. Like, I think you're gonna need that wisteria flower. So yeah, bro. Pretty much. Let me see. And I love the music too. I feel like excuse me for the echo, but I feel like the music perfectly captures. The music does perfectly capture, I would say, like, the emotion of a scene. Like, for example, when Tanjiro is running in the snow with Nezuko, you can feel the somber through the music and how light it is and how faded it feels. Like I like the music. One thing about Demon Slayer that they possibly do the best at is the music. Now, I wouldn't go out and say that they have the best music in anime, because they have a lot of contenders, but at the same time, bro. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, looks good. But at the same time, hold on, I'm about to take a sip. Quality Gatorade right there, man. Quality handmade Gatorade. Anyway. Ooh, excuse me. That's good. Good and cold. But anyway, bro. The music perfectly captures it, and what was I talking about? So the music perfectly captures everything, like whether like the emotion of a scene, whether if it's like somber, like when, like I said, Tanjiro is running with Nezuko on his shoulders and basically trying to, run away and go to the village and all that. And also when, like, for example, like when Tanjiro was running, when Tanjiro was like having that nice sweet moment with his family in like the second scene. The first scene was when he was running with Nezuko on his shoulders, but the second scene was when he had that little family interaction with the Komodo family. Like it was happy times basically. And moments like that, I feel like are, moments like that with the music are kind of overlooked, and I think Demon Slayer is one of the best when it comes to like the emotional tone of like the music. I feel like they do that very well. Let's go down here. His jacket, covering patterns, snowy environment. Also, and why is this the first time of demons being mentioned? Like, Muzan was around for over 1,000 years, right? Shouldn't demons be a bit more prominent? Or is he just like the greatest of all time of playing hide and seek with these people? I don't know. Also, it's a shame that we never got a proper backstory of his grandmother telling Tanjiro about demons, since that's literally the first time he's really heard of them. Now, granted, it makes sense that he might not fully remember what demons are, but considering they had like a whole like 2 or 3 minute flashback in episode 19 when Tanjiro was on the brink of death, it would have been keen for the show to really give us like a little flashback of showing his grandmother talking about demons with Tanjiro. Like that in and of itself might have been something important, not only for Tanjiro but the audience. But I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping, the professional yapper. But aside from the predictable aspect of the tragedy before it struck, the walk back, like him walking up the mountain basically, it was pretty haunting to think about, because for people like myself who know like these typical anime cliches, it's like you really feel like the tension of every step that Tanjiro takes walking up the mountain. Because, and I find it to be really smart too, because on one hand, Tanjiro, he's feeling positive about the situation, but we're feeling the negatives about the situation, because Tanjiro, he thinks that he's going to meet his family and he's going to have a fun time with them. But in reality, he's going to become traumatized over what's about what he's about to see, basically. And yeah, man. And also, I felt like everything was happening a bit too fast, honestly. Like, and I don't know if it's me, but I feel like Tanjiro should have been a little bit more devastated over seeing his family die. Again, that's just me. And I get that people go through grief in different ways, and they go through their own, they go through grief in different ways. But it feels like everything was happening too fast, and it feels like Tanjiro didn't get like time to really acknowledge every single death that happened. Like he just said their names, and then he was just on running with Nezuko on his back. And I mean, I guess I'm not really gonna say anything about it, because I don't. I mean, realistically, I didn't really care about the family. I didn't know the family. Like they were just used as plot devices. So they did what they had to do. They did what they needed to do, etc., etc. And yeah. And so okay, they're running through the snowy lands. Everything's happening a bit too fast, like I said. So their deaths do feel like very hollow. I'm not gonna lie. And especially given the MC, like given that the MC Tanjiro didn't have like the proper time to really feel the emotional weight of their deaths. Like I don't know. Like it almost feels like he didn't fully care about them, especially for like again like a normal 13-year-old. I know Tanjiro, he's been grinding hard, but I don't know. Like yeah, I feel like there just could have been a little bit more pronounced from the MC's point of view. I know like us as the audience, we don't really care about them like that, but yeah, they should have did a much better job with that. And they also do a great job at exposing Nezuko's demonic nature and how she's basically internally holding back against Tanjiro. Like again, like there's some good symbolism and good parallels here in how Nezuko's holding back as a demon and her crying on Tanjiro's face. Not only over like her inability to really control herself of trying to kill Tanjiro, but failing to protect her family, which is something that I feel like they don't really go over. I would have loved to have seen like something where Nezuko is feeling guilt over not being able to protect her family or something like that. You know, like I don't know. I'm just thinking out of my ass, man. But yeah. I also hate how rushed this episode. I honestly hate how rushed this whole show feels. To be honest with you, like the majority of this show just feels so fucking rushed. Like, bro, again, bro, shorter anime, bro. I just shorter anime, man. You either love him or hate him. Me, both. Um, what did I say? Was Nezuko willing? Hold on. And I also love how like the emotion of the situation isn't really conveyed. It like I love how like so basically I love how the emotion of the situation is conveyed when the music is playing, but when the music stops too, you really feel how powerful the cut was for when Giyu slashed off Tanjiro's hair bun, you know? So I love how they use that device of the music stopping to really convey the shock of the slash that Giyu was gonna do on the Nezuko. You know, I thought that again, they're really good when it comes to like the orchestra part of things. You know, it's really good, man. Um, also, I mean, it's the little things we see this in anime, but I love how this version of Tanjiro isn't able to really follow Giyu's speed and how like he grabbed his sister in the blink like it looked like he grabbed his sister in the blink of an eye, but we're seeing everything from Tanjiro's vision because he can't really track that speed like that like he can like in the later parts of the season or of the series. Um but yeah, man. Giyu said something about Nezuko being exposed to demon blood. And I gotta ask, man, was Nezuko willingly turned into a demon from the demon blood by the demon, or did one of the family members try to protect, or did she try to protect like one of the family members from the demon, and she got exposed? Like I don't know, man. Like I could envision Nezuko like trying to protect her family members from like the demon by trying to strike him, you know. So I just and also Tanjiro's voice actor is going like I'm literally typing this while the episode is going on, but Tanjiro's voice actor is going wild and pleading for Nezuko's life. Like, bro, I swear to God, bro, some of these voice actors have no bounds in expanding their vocal capacity and their performances, or just basically in general. And I'm honestly surprised that half of them haven't become like a famous singer or some opera singer or something, you know? Because like again, like they have the vocal capacity for it. And I also like how the fact that Giyu sees something in he sees something of himself in Tanjiro, so seeing him pleading triggered him to give him some insight on basically all the other possible outcomes that he could have taken to protect his sister. And I like how again, I feel like Giyu kind of sees something from Tanjiro because Giyu was at that weak state in season 4, episode 2, you know. So yeah, bro, like Giyu was as weak as Tanjiro, like, at one time. So, him seeing something in Tanjiro, I really like that. And he honestly kind of reminds me of Aki a bit. Now, I might be going a little bit off the handle, but when he presents himself, like, with a stone cold facade with his facial expressions, but deep down he feels greater emotions than everyone else, and he also presents himself of a way of really keeping himself emotionally ready for when others perish, or so that way he can detach himself from other people. And I'm going a little bit too deep into this, but that's because Aki is one of my favorite characters, period. So, yeah. And Giyu kind of reminds me of him, so, you know. And him saying that he has no respect, I like Giyu saying that I have no respect for you either, while him running down Tanjiro and telling him what he should have done. Like, it feels like he's talking to his past self, and he's really trying to find a way to reject his own weaknesses and insecurities that he had before he became a full-blown demon slayer in Hashira. So, and also like when Tanjiro finally gets up and he really starts to, he really starts to get in there, man. I really like how they immediately showed Tanjiro's natural battle IQ, and how it was simple, but it was still effective, and how he basically was throwing rocks around the trees, and then he tried to strike Giyu, but he didn't really have anything in his hand, and then the hatchet came over his head. Like, I like that. That shows you that Tanjiro has something, man. And again, bro, the guy has some battle IQ up there. You can't underestimate Tanjiro. But it was smart, and I hope to see more of that down the stretch of the show from what, I can remember. I don't really remember everything from season 1, but I hope to really see more of this. And the idea of Nezuko starving, like, this is just a random thought that came to me, but like bruh, Nezuko starving throughout the entire show is kind of wild, and honestly makes me respect her so much more than that. And I can only imagine how starved she was when the Wind Hashira put his forearm out and use Nezuko as, to use that as bait so Nezuko can really out herself as a true demon. But I wonder, bro, like, does the healing factor kick in when they're starving or nah? I don't. Again, like, the demon thing is kind of wonky, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's really about it. I feel like I tried to get all my thoughts out about Demon Slayer season 1. I think I did, honestly. And yeah, bro, the animation is top tier. I can't really say anything about that other people haven't already said. And the color scheme is great. I love the way, and honestly, bro, like, I also can't remember the last time like we were presented in such like a snowy environment for the main characters. The main characters, home basically. Like, the last time I can remember, like, us being introduced to something like that was like in the first couple of episodes of like the Avatar. The last Airbender, when Katara and Sokka like were introducing Aang to their tribe and all that. So yeah. Anyway, it's my thoughts for episode 1 of Demon Slayer. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Good show. If I missed something, please tell me down in the comments below. We can discuss more about episode 1 of Demon Slayer. I personally think it's a pretty underrated episode, but as predictable as it is, it does what it needs to do. It gets the point across well, and I can't wait to see and reminisce on what episode 2, 3, 4, and etc. has to offer. So, good introduction. I give it a solid. Actually, no, I give it a light 8 out of 10. A light 8 out of 10. And yeah, man, yeah. That's really about it for me, man. Again, I'm honoring the anniversary of Demon Slayer. So yeah, again, that's about it for me, and peace.